Hello and welcome back to Too Many Books. My name is Sean and today we have a broken binding unboxing. And these are my favorite broken binding unboxings because this is a TBB Press unboxing. This package is heavy. This is Of Darkness and Light by Ryan Cahill, the second book in the Broken and the Bound, the sequel to Of Blood and Fire. They also did, The Fall was the novella. This thing's been a long time coming. This guy ordered this back in March. And just like the first one, it looks like we've got some coasters. We have The Gilded Dragon and Dragon's Tears. Warning, contains snapper venom, will numb senses. How about that? Cool little thing to add on. So, the very first book of Fire and Blood was the first ever title that the Broken Binding released under their TBB Press imprint. And they've done a handful since then. But unfortunately, Ryan Cahill's books have been a long time coming. There's been some slowdown, some delays. I, of course, bought the optional slipcase because you gotta. These slipcases are nice. Look at all the foiling on them. Very nice slipcases. One thing I'm not huge about on the slipcases is that they feature just like a huge quote on the side there. You know, there are demons within us, all that. Oh my God, there are demons within us all that we must face. They only ever surface when we are at our lowest because they are not strong enough to challenge us at our highest. But I mean, the foiling goes on every side of the slipcase. Not sure why there's this line going down it. That looks like a choice, but hey, it is what it is. That's Catrina Barquist's artwork, her stenciling on the case itself, which should... Oh, I was saying, I don't know if it's going to match the same stenciling from the boards, but it doesn't. Dust jacket artwork with nice little spot foiling there. You can see that. I mean, kind of see that beyond the Mylar by Nemo Art. And we have Ryan Cahill on the back, and there is nothing more important in the darkness than a ray of light on the other side. The boards themselves feature the stamp foiling from Catrina Barquist, or Catrina Paints. Of course, we have gilded page edges on every single side. So, I mean, one of my biggest complaints, and it's not really a complaint in general, it's more of an observation with the Broken Binding, is that they're just kind of fancy trade editions. These, the TBB Press, not fancy trade editions. These are freaking incredible. We have some good cartography skills, some maps on the Endpapers. Same map? Same map. That's fine, though. These have nicer cloth boards. They have a sewn spine. This is limited to 1,500 copies, long sold out, signed by Ryan Cahill. And it is just absolutely filled. It's stunningly filled with what we have a reading order. We have a reading order of Svidaria and Felinseer. So we have two different reading orders here. But anyways, this is filled to the brim with artwork here. And I don't even know, I mean, art direction. So Joshua Hoskins did the maps. I'm trying to see if we have a list of all the full artists, because there are a ton of them featured in here. I know you got Jeff Brown. I know you have Rene Aigner. I know they have a couple of them within this piece. There's 7 full-color interiors, and I believe 6 black and white interiors. One of them is actually a fold-out piece, which is probably this one right here. Oh, no, it's just a 2-page spread. I mean, this thing is just jam-packed with art. So there we have our first piece of color artwork. And I know I don't have all the artists' names down, Alex. I know Jeff Brown, Rene Aigner are the two that come to mind because they are almost like in-house artists for the Broken Binding at this point. They get featured in, oh, this one, another 2-page spread. How about that? Oh, man. No, it's not just a 2-page spread. This is a fold-out. So you have a 2-page spread that leads into a fold-out? That is insane. I love it. So this is your fantasy world at war. Features multiple protagonists, including one who is trying to defend the city that has not fallen in years. Are they all 2-page spreads? Holy crap. His sister is on a quest of her own. You have a school of magi, one of whom is coming into some new powers that could hold the balance of the universe in the palm of their hands. It is a series that I have not read yet. I have heard superb things. I purchased the first one, the Of Blood and Fire. I am basically on the word of the reviews alone. And also because this was the Broken Binding's first, journey into the TBB Press realm. So I wanted to see what the quality was going to be like. And I was so thrilled with the quality of that, even though I haven't read that first one, I was like, hell yeah, I'm back for the sequel. Just because this is just a beautiful production. This is the kind of production you wish every Broken Binding release had. To a degree, my wallet would hurt because this is going to be a little bit pricier than your normal Broken Binding book. But you can definitely feel the upgrades in the book itself. I kind of wish they added some of these upgrades on the regular basis for their subscription titles, because they have their fantasy subscription, which is every month, their sci-fi subscription every 2 months, and now they have a new one, which is also every 2 months, which is newer titles. I kind of wish they would add some of these upgrades, not necessarily the cloth boards. Cloth boards would be cool, but even if it was just a sewn binding, they did start adding interior artwork to their fantasy titles. But I would still love, based on the length of these titles, I would still love a sewn binding. The cloth boards would be really cool as well, but a sewn binding goes a long way to help protect your book. The TBB books are definitely worth buying. Now, unfortunately, I think all of Ryan Cahill's are fully sold out. So if you wanted a copy of this, you're going to have to go to the secondary market, or there might be a wait list. I don't know. Sometimes they have some extra copies that they can put on a wait list for. But there are some other TBB Press books that are still available on their website. I think The Way of a Dan is out there. I think The 11th Cycle is still available. There are a couple that are still available. If you want to see versions of those, like in unboxing, in video format, unboxing format, I did do unboxings of every TBB title thus far, and it's part of this playlist. You can check those out. I do the monthly fantasy unboxings, the sci-fi unboxings every 2 months. There's plenty to check out there. And then when I can, I buy, a nice little special edition, which is from the regular ones, which aren't as special as the TBB books. And I find myself buying fewer and fewer of those just because they're just fancier trade editions, and the international shipping is starting to hurt. But anyways, TBB, a very easy sell. But anyways, check out my playlist of other TBB unboxing videos. Be sure to subscribe to the channel here. Once I have read the novel itself, I will do a book review on the channel. I do at least one book review a week. Plenty of unboxing videos in between here and there. But check out the Broken Binding. Check out their TBB Press imprint. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you around next time.